Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. Today I want to talk about brake issue on this nicely looking bike. So it's just common issue, especially on this model, because originally this frame was created for fat tires, like 20 by 4 inch, and now we have 19-inch huge tires, and they little bit narrow, a little bit more narrow than original fat bike tires, and that's why from here we have a little bit issue with brake. So it's like squealing brakes, it's like touching brakes, you cannot adjust wheelie front brake and front caliper, and all issues from there. So let's talk about how to fix this issue. Okay guys, my bike just on the ground, just to explain it's easier. So from manufacturing, this bike on the back and front comes with extra spacing washers. So it's just like piece of kit what you have to have in case you need like to have more adjustment or so, but it's not necessary here. So what we have here, just like between this bracket and between this caliper, you have two washers on that side and two washers on this bolt. So these washers need to be removed. Why? Because with this washer caliper sitting so high, and if you're gonna look from this side, so you see now between brake pads you can actually see rotor, but in case and you can see like rotor is flat with braking surface on brake pads. But if you're gonna check your bike with that washers what create like space, so your rotor gonna sit like much deeply, and in that case your brake pads not gonna work on full surface. Okay, just for short example, these brake pads, it's not from here, it's from dirt bike, by the way. But what I'm talking about, so your brake pad sitting just like this when washers installed, and when washers gonna be removed, your brake pad's gonna sit like this. So it's gonna be fully working on a rotor. You can probably compare like my rotor wear mark. It's yeah, it's lower than the holes here, and compared to your rotor wear marks, so it's gonna be like visible difference. In that case your brake pads is wearing not equally from like top and bottom, and of course it's affect your braking power, and also it gives you extra noise because the brake pads, when the piston pushing brake pad, so brake pad connect to the brake rotor not like flat, but it's like kind of on an angle because it pushes like more side. Like if I'm gonna like show like this probably, so you should understand, piston pushing and it's going like kind of like this on an angle, so it's not going like that, like flat. Anyway, that's pretty much easy to understand, and I think it's, we don't have to stay on it like for longer. Same for front one, but for front one is little bit easier because here like 4 washers, but we have to remove only 2 of them, and 1 washer between, you see, spacer and caliper still should be there. I mean, we can remove whole washers too, but it's gonna be already like little bit too much and not necessary. But again, it's still gonna work. Okay guys, issue number 2. It's hard to adjust front caliper. So to show you how to fix that issue, I put bike like upside down, so now you can see and you can hear like no touching brake pads at all, not at all. And you can probably see, I'm just gonna stop it, you can probably see, I hope you can see the distance between pad and rotor actually. So the distance is big, I mean big enough. Anyway, so the fast things what I want to say, it's like this fork or I don't know, wheel or whatever, it's designed for fat tires, or maybe that hub is just from fat tires, and it's actually doesn't make sense, but anyway. So here is these spacers what comes with bike itself, they are kind of short, especially on this side. So what we need to do, we need to put extra washer. As you can see, I have washer here. That's the silver color, it is a washer. And so what this washer does, it's just make the wheel going a little bit on the right side when it's the bike on the wheels, of course. And in that case, you have enough space to adjust your brake caliper, because without this washer, you see where it is, the brake caliper is even with maximum on this side, like outside of the fork, with maximum adjustment, it's still touching the brake pad, still touching rotor. So the only tips about this washer is, so what you actually need to do with this washer is just grind that outside, grind until you can see, right, like this black, what I marked, like until this gonna be size enough to go inside the fork kind of pocket or whatever it is. They're like notch around, so the washer gonna sit flat. Why it's important? Because axle itself here is aluminum, and it's not aluminum like solid piece, it's aluminum tubing, so it's empty inside. I would say it's not that strong, and to not damage the axle itself with washer, with steel washer, you need to grind that washer and put it on a really, like, it have to be really free there. So, and after that, as you can see, result. So that's two main issues with the brakes. One is the extra washers, and one of here is like spacer is too short, so you need to add this washer. And the funny things about this washer, when you add this washer, it's not like you trying to spread this fork, like forcing it outside or bend it or something like this. No, that's actually when you put this washer, it's going there easy, because this fork like was manufacturing this way, so it is need to be more spacers there, or spacers need to be a little bit bigger, at least from this side. That's it. That's pretty much it about brakes issues, because it's a pretty simple fix, and it's just, I would say, more adjustments than fix. That's it. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope it was useful, and see you in the next videos.